Hey yo, welcome to episode 56 of Hip Hop High Society presents the Roundtable Hip Hop discussion. And without further ado, we're going to get right on into it. Let me introduce my esteemed panelists. First and foremost, we got Cassius Cam, a.k.a. this week's Soldier Boy. Tell him, Shoulder Boy. I'm kind of lost on that one, bro. I think that's a D-.
I'll change it right now. I got I keep him on top, man. What's good with you?
Good, man. We good. We in the building. We here. We podding, so everything's all good. You good, brother?
Tired, dog. This fucking sun's been whooping my ass.
Some grown man shit right there, bro. You're supposed to be tired. And we have the one and only Mr. Southside Gun. Blah! You good, homie?
Oh, sure. Oh, man, I'm tired as fuck. Happy Mental Health Awareness Month for men. Please take care of yourself. No suicide. Go see a therapist. Talk to somebody. If you got to cry, lay it out. Do what you do. Oh, what up, little one?
Hey, mini Southside Gun. What up? She looking like, what is that? It's good to see you. Salute to the strong dads out there, man. That's a good look. Then we have the one and only super producer, J. Cloud. You there, man? Oh, he'll pop in later. I think he's looking for his camera, but we're going to keep it rolling. Whenever you get in, J. Cloud, make sure you pop in. Our first subject. I seem like we can't shake these cats, bro. But amongst the hype around the new Clipse album, Pusha T drops a bombshell, says album should actually been released last year, but Def Jam wanted him to remove a Kendrick Lamar verse, which he was unwilling to do. Subsequently, I think the Clipse ended up paying a couple millies, they say, to get up out of their contract with Def Jam. So I guess the question is it cap? Some people saying it's cap. Some people saying, hey, this is proof that Drake is an industry plant. So let me play the video.
Pusha T just exposed everything. So Pusha just did an interview with GQ, right? And he basically saying that the album should have came out last year. But it didn't come out because Def Jam didn't want Kendrick featured on the album. And we all know who was behind that. And the crazy thing is they're going to try to convince y'all that now Pusha T and Clipse are these puppets of UMG. And that the niggas who are actually being censored, the niggas who actually have to go through loopholes to get their content out and express what they want to express, those niggas is the industry puppets. But they want you to believe the nigga that's orchestrating the censorship is the one that is going against the industry. And these are the tactics that we've been seeing forever. For any black leaders that came out and said anything, censor them and rewrite the narrative. And then pretend like the person rewriting the narrative is the one who's truly fighting for something. You're not fighting for nothing except censoring black expression. The same shit these white supremacists been doing for centuries. For centuries now. I just dropped a video on YouTube breaking this down even further. Click the link in my bio to check it out.
There we have it. The link in the bio at the end. It kind of got to advertise. I think he went way too like the black lady. This ain't Malcolm and Martin, bro. Come on now. But you got the gist of what he was saying about Drake being the real industry puppet. Given all we heard about what the Clipse had to go through with that K.Dot, do y'all think this whole shit is orchestrated? Or is it part of a rollout? Is this like a great rollout considering what we just witnessed the past year? What y'all think, man?
I don't think it's a rollout because this ain't the first time that Drake has tried censorship on people's tracks. We all know that Drake has a history of shutting shit down when it benefits him the most. So if there is an artist that is willing to kind of buck the system, it is very much like, yeah, you know what? Let me try to get this down. I don't need this person saying X, Y, Z about me, whatever the case may be. So, yeah, I think this is just a case of, the timing of it is kind of crazy with the whole Clipse coming out with an album. But, I mean, I don't know, man. It just seems crazy that Drake would go through. It feels like this is something that Drake would do. because we just watched him do it. So why would I not believe this if I already got something else to show me that it happened?
I guess I don't know. I don't see weird people do things for rollouts these days. I don't know if Push the type that would do that though. You feel me?
Yeah,
But
that's why I'm like, it just doesn't seem like why would he need, especially because people have been asking for a new Clipse album for what, 2 decades, damn near. So it's like, why would he need to use Drake in order to push the narrative between himself and the beef, and then use that to, bring out a new Clipse album? Like, we've been wanting a new Clipse album forever, so he don't need Drake in order to sell that point to us.
What's it been like 14 years since the last Clipse?
Yeah,
something like that. So Clipse bought out of their contract, but Push as a solo is still with under Universal, right?
I'm not sure. I didn't look that part up.
I think so, because it has to involve No Malice, and Malice has been on the motivational speaker circuit. He's been a motivational speaker because I have a picture of me and him taking a photo like 2012 where he came and did motivational speaking. So that's kind of just, so he's probably just been locked into that contract ever since. So I think them kind of paying it out is just them as a collective, and then Pusha still got to do his own thing individually, because I'm pretty sure he did not combine the contracts.
And then we got the Drake. I think this is one of Drake's disciples right here, bro. But Zen Master, Pusha's line his ass off. Pusha's album has been done for at least a year, yet Drake didn't file his lawsuit till the end of November. No way Def Jam tells him to remove a future lawsuit or not. He's using Drake's name for his album Rollout. So that's what he's saying here. So there you have it. He says, I don't see no owl in the, what is cat profile, bro? Kind of anonymous profile. So take for that as you want.
Any profile that don't, anybody who not putting the face with their tweets, I don't believe shit you say. Because it don't, they have all this, they have all these facts, and then you ask a motherfucker to cite their sources in APA format, and they don't have nothing. They don't know where they got these sources from.
Yeah, I would wonder. And then, like, just because his lawsuit was filed in November, that mustn't mean that there wasn't be any pre-planning. It wasn't like it was known or anything like that. I think they was throwing out hints that they might file a lawsuit way prior to actually filing the lawsuit. They did a discovery and everything.
Believe in blog sites though. Like, who's to say? Oh, so we gonna believe Got Him Hip Hop is the source of saying Pusha T album been done, the Clipse album been done for a year. That's what we're believing. We're not gonna actually vet out any other sources. We're just gonna believe a blog site on Twitter. That's what we're doing now. Got it.
I mean, that's a common thing though, right? Who the fuck cites sources? It's true, bro. Just trust me, bro. That's the generation we're dealing with right now. Just trust me, bro. The question is though, does Push at this point, right? Like you said, 14 years since they had it. Is the youngins fucking with that shit? You feel me? Does he really need the Drake name to do that at this point? Has Drake surpassed him to that point? Y'all think?
I just think his market's cornered. I mean, Push fans are push Clipse. I don't even think they need to be in the arena of trying to get like new young listeners. I mean, if it was a play for publicity, I just think it's like a silly move. They don't need to be doing that. Clipse is a stronghold, so like people that rock with Clipse are gonna rock with Clipse regardless. I don't think they're
right.
You can't say like they're over the hill. They're definitely not over the hill, but like at some point when you're making music that long, I mean, you're just making it for the people that have been riding with you since you started. My
question is, does Universal have an association with Def Jam?
They're the parent. They're the parent company. Yeah.
They under them? That seemed like a fucking conflict of interest, like a motherfucker, right? According to Pusha T, longtime manager Stephen Victor, Pusha T paid 7 figures to get out of his record deal with Def Jam. Clipse refused to make the requested changes, leading to unraveling of Pusha T's association with Def Jam, his label home for over a decade. Even though the rapper still owed Def Jam albums, he paid a 7-figure sum to get out of the deal, according to the longtime manager. Just repeating the same thing. And of course, Push actually confirmed because he reposted this, a quote tweeted it, right? Shit, it might be a better deal. Is this like a good deal to leave? Def Jam is still sinking ship. You feel me? That might be part of the reason as well. I don't know. Is Def Jam really? They signed? Who was their big signing lately? Jello. You feel me?
Yeah, they gave Jello a 7-figure contract, a 6-figure contract. And he's got the album getting ready to drop pretty soon. I think they're working on his rollout now. He's got a couple confirmed features already. Like they throwing all the big names up there.
And they all sound like a remix of Swerve. That shit is trash, bro. I'm sorry, Jello, but that shit is get that shit out of here, bro. I think that was a one and done situation. I don't think they recouping on that shit. I ain't gonna lie to you. But I don't hear Def Jam making big noise these days, yo. I'm still surprised. I thought that lawsuit was done with, though. You feel me? I thought that was getting ready to sell that shit. The last I heard, I don't even know where that's at with it. You know what I mean? So I don't know. All right, pull this article up here. If we go to Hip Hop DX real quick, I think they got some details on that joint. Clips were dropped by Def Jam. Now they saying dropped, right? Other buddy said that they paid to go out. The manager said, right? But here it goes right here. They wanted me to ask Kendrick to censor his verse, which of course I was never doing. And then they wanted me to take the record off. And so after a month of not doing it, Steve Gowley, the lawyer over there, was like, we'll just drop the clips, but that can't work because I'm still there solo. So they that confirmed it. But if you let us all go, it was revealed that Def Jam were concerned about the optics of two of Drake's arch rivals teaming up on track while his lawsuit against UMG was still ongoing. Thing is, I wanted to see mention Drake even in the verse. You know what I'm saying? Or did he throw a sneak shot?
Not be that he's mentioning Drake, but he may just be alluding to something.
And let's pull up here, and I believe the album set to drop. What are y'all thoughts? We heard a couple singles, couple snippets and shit. Turning back to the album, what y'all think about the album? What y'all think is gonna be hot? Y'all think it might be a rap? What y'all think of the singles and snippets they dropped so far?
It's Clipse, man. I'm not worried about them missing. It's gonna be Clipse. It's gonna be legit hip hop with good coke raps and fucking fire beats, and they got the recipe. They've been sticking to that sound for so long. It's like
if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah, they ain't gotta do nothing fancy.
Look, man, I don't care how many times he rap about selling that coke bag from '94. I don't care. I don't care how many times he talk. They mention him selling coke in the Pharrell Lego movie. Like, I don't care how many times we go over the fact that he was selling coke in '94. I don't care. It's gonna sound great.
Big old facts. One of our favorite cocaine rappers. Hey, No Malice can't rap about cocaine no more, though, y'all.
No, he can't. That's actually part of his it's that shit called his probation or whatever that he had back in the day.
Yeah, so I don't know. It might sound a little bit different, bro, with No Malice instead, bro. Have they had anything since he did this changeover? I don't know. They had like one song drop maybe, but I don't think a complete album at all. So that'll be an interesting part of it to me.
That's a weird place for him to be in, because it's not like he has the bargaining power that Push has for that kind of situation.
Yeah. My question is his heart still in the shit? You feel me? If you moved on to a different way of life and shit, and your brother next to you spitting coke rhymes, bro, you know what I'm saying? Is your heart gonna be into that motherfucking album, dog? So that'll be an interesting listen, but we definitely gonna check that out. Definitely gotta get a review for that. Any last thoughts on that subject? No, let's move it on. Next subject we got Southside's favorite streamer. DDG got into it. I'll put this video up at what's this shit called? DreamCon. His brother had to put
back, nigga. Oh no, come back, nigga. You can't run from the club.
Garbage. Like I said, wait, what is this?
What we got going?
What you say?
What we got going?
What you say? Doo-doo garbage. I got.
What's up? Hold on. Get it there. Get him, BD.
None of them cats can fight worth a shit.
Hey, what's crazy is that the dude who called him doo-doo garbage was actually holding his own. You could tell he couldn't fight. He was still holding his own. He was getting, and then he got jumped. And the only reason they actually got to jump on him was because the other dude came behind and grabbed him and then threw him on the ground. He was holding himself. So that lets me know, off rip, DDG family can't fight.
Yeah,
also,
that wasn't a good. Most 90% of people can't fight. To be honest.
Also, why are we doing that at DreamCon? Like,
now what is DreamCon? I'm not even familiar with this.
DreamCon. I don't know if anybody know the guy who be Mark Phillips, the guy who makes the funny skits about LeBron James, and he was doing all the Drake and Kendrick skits during the beef and all that stuff. And he's a big fan of J. Cole and all them. So, him and his RDC World group, they have a con for anime, video games, cosplaying, all type of stuff. It's just
so it's a nerd fight.
It's a convention. It's an anime, video game, all type of, it's a nerd convention. As a nerd, I that's something I wish I could go to. But it's real cool. But over the years, it's gotten more and more niggerish. As time has gone on, it's gotten that bad. But it's just funny that we doing, like, only DDG would cause this type of commotion, like at a DreamCon. And then when, like, you got a tweet pull up and I saw Benny talking about this, my first thought goes to them jumping fucking Freddy in the fast food joint.
Oh, that was classic with his girl.
And I'm just like,
up.
it's funny because it's like him saying keep that trolling shit on the net is funny because it take a real nigga to troll you to your face.
No, it don't, because he tried to hit him with a fucking lawsuit. Now he's going to court.
But I mean,
ain't no fucking real nigga, bro.
But if you jumping me, yeah. At the end of the day, he's still a civilian. Like, you got hurt at a convention from a famous person. Of course, you going a civilian, an average everyday civilian, especially the ones who go to DreamCon, who most of them live in their basement. Yeah, nigga, you finna get a bag.
Yeah, but bro, you take somebody to court that you instigated a problem with,
but you ain't hit him.
You a bitch, bro. You a bitch ass nigga.
And he gonna be a paid bitch ass nigga because
he gonna get paid or
he's not gonna because he instigated it. He's not.
No, the brother did it. So they gotta prove that the brother
he was hit first. Motherfuckers gonna say shit all the time. Like, they gonna argue that in court. Like, motherfuckers can say shit to you all they want, but you swinging and hitting somebody because they cause you doo-doo garbage. Motherfuckers get caught worse playing sports.
Yeah, but I don't think he's gonna get paid. That's why he was smart about it. I give DJ's prop because he walked off. Yeah, he walked off, and his brother and the cameraman swung. So they had to prove
what I'm saying. If you're going after DDG, you're not gonna get no money, but you got to go after his family. Take him to small claims court or something.
Well, you can't go to a full family on claw. You got to go against the person who caused you damage. He got to go against Dub, but he can prove if he got to prove that DDG said that sent them on that mission. You feel
but
me?
DDG hopping online and talking about that shit didn't help.
Yeah, I'm just saying you can't give him props just because you don't like DDG. Because I don't like DDG either.
No, I'm not giving him props. I'm giving him props because he was holding his own. Because when he got hit, he stumbled, he turned, and he swung, and he connected. And he was doing fine. He kept getting hit, he kept backing up, but I've seen enough people get jumped. If you can survive the first 30 seconds, you good. It was around 25 seconds. He was done because they wrapped.
But he don't got no option. He either get down on the fucking ground or hold his own. He don't got no fucking option.
I don't even think he can run.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I give him props. But I mean, nah, it's just. I mean, motherfuckers gonna slide for DDG. That's just what it is. Just do that shit somewhere else.
But coming back to Benny's comment, right, about the whole trolling, right? That's kind of the main point. Not even going on DDG, just in general of this generation we in, right? Is there consequences? You feel me? Do you think there'll be more consequences? Do you agree with Benny's assertion that the trolling shit should stick to the net? You feel me?
Yeah, bro. It's like you can't dictate how somebody reacts. Like, I think it was a little bit ridiculous, like doo-doo garbage. I think it was a little bit ridiculous to react like that over that. But at the same time, you can't dictate how somebody handles disrespect. Like you could go up to somebody and call them stupid, and they could give you the worst beating you ever get in your life. Just calling them stupid, like that's you can't dictate that.
I think that the trolling shit is crazy because a lot of people are not real enough to stand by what they say online. So it does come off like, yo, what the fuck you got going on? Like, you meet a motherfucker in person. For example, if you have a problem with anything I said, I promise you, I will say that shit to your face and smack the shit out you right after the fact. I'm different. Other people, they control you. You see them in person, you press them, they're not gonna do nothing. They could be like, nah, bro, what you on? Oh no, I was just trolling. I was just playing. No, it's not a game.
I think it depends on who you're talking about, because you're gonna end up like Spready Gibbs. You fuck around with the wrong person, right? I think the trolling and then talk shit to you in person is very much confined to who you're talking about. DDG is like 5'6", 130 pounds. Yeah. He thought it was sweet. You feel me? You ain't doing that to Benny them. You ain't doing that to the Woo. You know what I'm saying?
It depends on the type of person talking shit too, because sometimes people who talk shit, you have to be mindful. If the person talking shit ain't got shit to lose, it don't matter how reckless they are. They gonna say what they want to say and do it.
Everybody got shit to lose. I mean, otherwise you wouldn't be on this earth. You feel me?
But that's the thing. Some people don't have that mentality where they actually think about the shit that they actually have to lose. So those be the ones who are the most dangerous.
Well, those people aren't on the internet trolling, right? People who really
they'll troll on the internet. They'll just tell you they're gonna smack shit out you when they see you, and they actually go out in the world and go fucking do it.
But what's the percentage of that? Most motherfuckers I know don't even have that 7% on Twitter is a real statistic, bro. Because I don't even know half the real niggas I know is on like family pictures on fucking Facebook, right? So I think the percentage of people who are fucking like really a fuck you up ain't even really on social media like that. You feel me? That's just my experience. That's anecdotal, of course. But I think a lot of people, especially look at all the anonymous accounts that talk. 90% of the people that talk shit don't even got their picture up. You feel me? That's telling in itself, because if you really about to smack the shit out of a nigga life, you ain't hiding. You feel me? If you really about the words that you say, so I think that this is just a case, like you said, I think of this dude trying to maybe get a bag. You feel me? I think he had a bag and he thought DDG was sweet. I don't think that's how it's going to turn out for a lot of people talking to other artists. You feel me? You ain't finna walk up to like Jeezy and be like, you a doo-doo garbage, and some security going to knock the fuck out of you, right? So I think it's greatly dependent on that. Is he got a lawsuit going to be win? Let's go back to the lawsuit thing. You think that lawsuit would go through? You think he could win that shit? You feel me? Legal standpoint. Put on your lawyer cap.
I mean, there is a chance.
Did he get hurt bad?
I think it's just, that's what I say. It's probably like some small claims court type shit. You just take him to court for what? He probably was like, oh, I went to the hospital. You know, I'm so you pay this bill for emotional distress. This, that, and the like some small shit. Not no, oh, I want $5 million because your brother beat me up and his homie jumped me too. Like, I don't think it's that bad.
Yo.
Now, if that's what he going for, that's crazy. He ain't winning that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
People's situational awareness really kind of like blows me away. Because right after he said that, right, and old boy starts taking the camera off, like, oh, what'd you say? Obviously about to start a physical confrontation. If you approach me aggressively and then you start to like get ready or like take your backpack off or like your camera off, I'm sending you to the fucking shadow realm. All right. I'm not taking that opportunity. All right. If there's an opportunity for me to get jumped, all right, I got a nasty sucker punch and a great 40-yard dash. I ain't playing that shit. If I feel like I'm about to get jumped, dude, I'm binking and I'm running. I'm out of there. But to sit there and wait for it, hold on, let me pump my kicks up right quick. It just don't make no sense to me. I don't get it. That's just, you know, it just gives credence to how foreign those situations are to people who act like they're familiar with it, you know?
Yeah, I see you taking shit off. I see you pulling up your britches. I see any type of that. I see one foot in front of the other.
Get this work. We gonna get this work.
You know what I'm saying? Quick, fast, and hurry.
Not getting jumped. It's not happening.
Yeah, but that's telling to that. You probably never been jumped. You never been in a situation where you got knocked the fuck out before. You know, it only take one time for you to kind of learn your fucking lesson. Y'all, you get jumped to some shit. And it'll probably never happen again, or it shouldn't never happen again, right? Anything else on this? DDG going through some shit anyway. You got baby mama drama. You better chill out, bro. Moving on, what we got here. Make sure y'all check out. We had a bunch of reviews drop, actually, bro. Make sure y'all check out the website. We don't just talk shit about DDG. We also review music, you feel me? So we got the Akeem Ali joint drop, Rosama. Dope album. Rufus Sims, Chicago, shout out. O's, Lloyd Banks, you know, so make sure y'all hit it. Step Brothers joint. So we've been working over here. Make sure y'all check us out. Make sure y'all stay abreast of all the drops we got. And we got more reviews coming up as well. And that's what we got on that. Next subject we got Lil Wayne is going on tour. If you haven't heard, and I want y'all to check out this lineup he got going on. Let me know what y'all think of this and maybe the tour success. Lil Wayne, the Carter, was he on 6 now? Tour North America June through October 2025, featuring Tyga, NoCap, and Bellygang Kushington, aka Drewski Skit. The model for Drewski.
That damn skit was not about no damn Bellygang Kushington.
I know, but people saying that.
People keep saying that. Them niggas is uncultured as fuck. Cause this is not about no damn.
And Bellygang is actually black.
That shit is not about him.
Yeah, I know, man. I'm fucking with him. But what do y'all think about the lineup that's presented? And do we tours? It's gonna be more, less successful than Kendrick.
Oh, that shit gonna be ass. That shit gonna be ass.
It is a terrible lineup, but it's like it's one of those things where like when a stand-up comic brings on openers that are fucking terrible, right? And it makes the featured act look a lot better.
We have a Tyga. We have Tyga in 2025 is crazy. I don't even know if y'all remember the fact that he dropped an album. NoCap is NoCap. And then Bellygang Kushington album was okay, but I mean, realistically, man, if we're just trying to build on, you know, this is obviously his album rollout tour. So, I mean, it's Wayne, so people are gonna want to see him and hear the old classic joints. So it's not like it's not gonna sell. I just think it's just a shitty lineup. Like, who the fuck wants to see Tyga in 2025?
The Tyga catching strays. Yeah,
to be fair, I wasn't trying to see Tyga in 2015 either. So
I mean, I'm not trying to hear Tyga. None of that shit, to be quite honest with you. I mean, NoCap music really don't hit like that for me. Like I said, Bellygang Kushington, he kind of just got onto the scene, but realistically, he ain't nothing more than just different artists from Atlanta in one nigga. That's all it is. So it's like I've already heard everything I needed to hear from other artists, so I don't really need to hear Bellygang Kushington. And I think a lot of people are kind of put off by the fact that like you don't have a show in New Orleans. But I think that's just in conjunction with the fact that he has Weezy Fest out there, so might be that type of thing. So I don't know.
I'm surprised he doesn't have more Louisiana artists in general like come on to the tour.
He's never. Me personally, I've never seen him out. You know, outside like the Hot Boys and that. Like, I've never seen him really work with a lot of Louisiana artists when it comes like tours. I've never seen that. Maybe I'm wrong. But I've never personally like if he had like a Rob 49 on here, I'd be like, okay, at least he's working within the city a little bit. You got the Young Money guy, then you got somebody from his city, and then it's like, okay, you maybe throw in Bellygang or whatever. But I don't know. It just, yeah.
I don't know. Maybe he's not ready to pass the torch.
I mean,
as far as Louisiana goes,
I don't think he'll ever pass the torch, to be quite honest. I feel like I feel like he could have taken NBA YoungBoy under his wing a long time ago and did that shit. Like I said, the young niggas, they love some YoungBoy. But you can't, as trash as motherfuckers will say his music is, that motherfucker got a huge fan base. So I think Wayne could have been did that, but I don't know.
But I don't know. Is there like some rivalry between them Baton Rouge cats and New Orleans cats? Because like I've never really seen too many collabs with like Boosie or Gates.
They don't.
You know what I'm saying? And those are Baton Rouge cats. One of those
states where Louisiana's like one of those states where these motherfuckers don't really get along like that. Like artists from Atlanta will work together. Florida artists kind of will work together. West Coast artists, they gonna come together and do some shit. Texas, same thing. But I just feel like Louisiana, those niggas kind of like they don't come together as much. They're not as one as other states and cities and shit. So I think that's kind of like the biggest thing.
I would say he'll probably bring out, like, as he goes to different cities, different guests in different cities. I think a lot of people normally do that when they go on big tours or whatever. So maybe these just the three that's going to go to all the dates, you feel me? And maybe you're going to have surprise guests and shit like that. I don't even think Wayne normally does a tour in conjunction with a rollout. That's like a switch up, especially given his age and shit, you feel me? What do y'all think about that? Like, should it be album rollout like that, or should you kind of go on the tour with the podcast and all that other shit? What do y'all think is a better formula? Is promoting the music or actually going on the tour with the music? You know what I mean?
I mean, a combination of both is really the thing nowadays. I mean, the interview circuit seems to kind of be the wave, and I understand that because it's an opportunity for artists to like become more personable. And it's not, they didn't really have that option when you're talking like early 2000s, even late 2010s, before podcasts really blew up, having the opportunity to like go sit down and actually like chop with people for hours on end outside of like a music platform, like just like a regular ass podcast. You get a lot of content that, I think that's a really beneficial thing for artists nowadays. To hop on like the podcast format with people that they normally wouldn't be able to speak to, but a combination of both is probably the right way to do it. I don't think you can get away with doing one or the other.
That's gotta be taxing though, you feel me? Going to the podcast circuit and then go on the tour circuit, you feel me? Wayne pushing 50, you feel me? So that's a hell of a thing to do at that point. But hey, maybe if it's in you feel me?
I just feel like Wayne rapping at close to 50 and Nas around the same age, you know, rapping 50s, all that shit. It sounds different. Like, it feels like Nas kind of has something to say, and it feels like Wayne kind of ran out of things to say.
What did Wayne really say?
But Nas was always grown. Yeah, Nas was always grown from jump.
Yeah,
he was grown.
It just feels like Wayne just kind of didn't. It just feels like he don't really have nothing to say anymore. So his shit sounds like a Lil Tyler album.
I mean, Lil Wayne ain't Nas, bro.
Yeah.
I know people like to think that. People like to paint that narrative, but Lil Wayne ain't Nas, and he was never Nas.
Never
so
Nas.
That's a whole different.
No, but it's a good point. It's an example of like aging out of what got you to the show. Nas never had that issue because he was on substance from day one. You can't be doing all that fucking lollipop shit when you're 42 years old. Like it worked when you were 30, but
I mean, you can. I mean, Juicy J got a whole song dedicated to Sukihana, bro. I mean, you can. It can work. It just got
Juicy J do coke, man. He's a different breed, bro.
Juicy J was on Loiter Squad fighting an inflatable arm flailing dude. I think I feel like he broke the Matrix.
Yeah, Juicy J did break the Matrix. Man. You might be 60 years old, still fucking writing coke rhymes and talking about ratchet strippers and shit. Shout out to Juicy J, bro. I think Wayne himself, like I would say, even before his current age, right? He had stopped talking about what was his most introspective shit, probably hustler music or some shit. Like by the Carter 3, he was done. He just saying random shit at that point. You feel me? So this is nothing new. I think he's been doing this shit since mid-30s. You feel me? So
what's that fucking song?
What song?
Up a song that.
What's this?
No Love with Eminem, probably. But that was a feature on.
That was a feature.
On
even the Bruno
Eminem
Mars
album.
shit, I guess you could say the Bruno Mars song, that mirror shit, it's kind of introspective. I forgot what year that was, but yeah, that's about it, bro. So it looks like you got Nicki Minaj and Little Baby on that joint. You feel me? I wonder what all the features is, bro. I hate Little Baby rap, bro. I hate the way he fucking sound. Like I just don't want to listen to no fucking Little Baby rap, bro. Maybe that make me a hater.
Have you heard him? Have you heard him pre-mix?
Nah, I don't even want to hear that shit, dog. I don't want to hear that shit, dog.
And producers working overtime on that shit, man.
Yeah, you talk about don't talk about shit, bro. Like everything is the same. You got it out the mud. I got jury now. You know what I'm saying? I'm well respected. It's the same formula every fucking song, bro. I don't know how people listen to that shit, bro. You know what I mean? You know some shit bad when you got me doing academic.
That coding music.
So anything else on the Wayne rollout, yo? How successful do we think this tour is going to be, bro? Actually, would you go? Let me ask you this: would you go to see that tour?
No,
not with that lineup.
Not with that lineup.
Absolutely not.
No. In today's economy, no. I would never spend my hard-earned money to go see Tyga, NoCap, and Bellygang Kushington.
I like Bellygang Kushington, bro. He got some shit, bro.
That's because you're 43. You can enjoy that type of music because that's his. That's
why you aging me, bro? That's ageism.
That's his target audience is old niggas who drive box Chevys with white tees on, who drink grape juice, thinking it's fucking grape Fanta.
You know what you about to get, homeboy.
Oh man, hey.
I thought you was better than that, brother. All right, you ready for your crash dump? You got something pulled up, homeboy?
Yeah.
Let's get it.
Hey, Dad.
All right, I got a kid playing with toys in the background, so I do apologize for the noise. Let's be real. Let's go ahead and get this out the way. Crash Room of the Week is Math Hoffa. I'm just playing. No. But fuck you, Math Hoffa, for real. It's Offset because did you see what the fuck he had going on? This man crashed out, deleted all his social media accounts from an old picture of his kid with braids, and it's the same style as Stephon Diggs. I just want to say for the record, bro, you didn't have to cheat on your wife. We wouldn't be in this shit. Also, none of this shit should be our business at all.
Facts.
Why? We don't need to know that you are requesting spousal support. We don't need to know that Cardi B is paying for the house that you're living in, that you're bringing other women home to have sex with, bro. Like, if we don't need, none of this shit is our business. You keep telling us, like, what the fuck you want us to do? You want us to tell her to stop, or like, I'm confused. I don't understand. And I get it. Women can be petty. They are a petty species. I get it. Yes, she's gonna use Stephon Diggs to get back at you. Let's be real. You get them how you lose them. You're point blank. So that's a whole separate thing. I wish them the best of luck. Diggs is one of my favorite wide receivers in the NFL, so I have nothing negative to say about the man. I just wish he would stop fucking me in fantasy. That's the only thing I can say. But just, bro, just let the shit go, bro. Just be a good co-parent and just let the shit go. That's all.
All set. Get the car crashed. And I'm definitely not picking you up in fantasy, homeboy. You ain't lift a weight, ain't did no practice in the off season, none of that, bro. Avoid Stephon Diggs on your fantasy team. It's probably not gonna go well. All right, let's get into the DOD. And we're gonna switch it up this week. Actually, we're going into some R&B shit. So. And this week we have artist known by Natasia with her song Tonight. Make sure y'all mute your mics. Play about 3 minutes of this. See what we got going.
Pussy or you escape, I don't wait. I feel like a nigga. Maybe I'm bitter. I should just find better ways to deal with my triggers. I swear, God did not give me this pretty face. For a nigga to plan it, I catch a case quickly. Boy, the way I play with guns, I make them bust. This ain't a club that you can just shoot up. The way that dick feel when it's inside my body, I really don't wanna split it with nobody. But the distance between you and my logic is why you stay in your feelings. But I ain't trying to hear it. That you stop tonight, no, tonight, no, tonight. I ain't trying to hear it. That you stop tonight, no, tonight, no, tonight, no. If you gon' choke me, nigga, choke me like it hate me. If you gon' fuck me like you just did 25. You keep me open, make me wanna have your baby. After you're done, you know you gotta go right, 'cause you can't stay here. When the sky starts to get brighter than dark blue, I know I don't play fair. If you can't decide, I'll make a decision for you. The way that the dick feel when it's inside my body, I really don't wanna split it with nobody. But the distance between you and my logic is why you stay in your feelings. But I ain't trying to hear it. That you stop tonight, no, tonight. and get the fuck on, no feelings involved.
There you have it, Natasia, with Tonight. Like I said, switching up a little bit, giving a salute to the R&B. I know what I think, but Cloud, you there, brother?
Yeah.
What you got, man?
He's laughing because he knows what's coming. Everything about it was great, except one thing. You know what I'm gonna say, bro. Stop please. I cannot stand like excessive cussing in R&B, bro. Like talking like a nigga in a R&B song. Oh my god, bro. Everything about it. Her voice is great. The beat was great. Her melodies are great, but the lyrics just fucking are killing me. So I feel like if I was to give constructive criticism, you gotta work on your pen. Like as far as like, because like the thing about like classic R&B, people were able to suggest things without just straight out saying it. Like you gotta be able to get the message across without just saying like I want to fuck or just being like extremely like explicit about it. And it's that's just my opinion at the end of the day. You can do what you want. And like I said, your voice is great. You have a great taste in beats, obviously. It's just that one thing. And I feel like that is a big thing. That is something that like I've heard other people like, that's a sentiment I've heard echoed before when it comes to like other art, like just other like new R&B. But yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Up or down, brother?
Give it a thumbs down. That's too big of a thing.
Too big of a thing. I hear you, man. I hear you. Got one down. Cam, what you got?
I mean, like verbatim what Cloud said, really. It's just like, shorty, you ain't got to do all that. You know? You ain't got to say all that nasty shit. Have some decorum with the voice like that and melodies like that. Have a little bit of decorum, you know? You ain't got to. She said, fuck me like you just did 25 and I fell out. My camera fell off the fucking table. I'm just saying, you ain't got to do all that. Like you sound sexy as hell. All right. Like don't degrade yourself by, we ain't need to know all that. It's all good. Like relax, relax. It's, and I understand like, it's just like it's the culture with like young ladies now. And I get it, but just like a word of advice, like no solid dude finds that attractive at all. You're not going to find a solid dude that's going to co-sign that. I know she's not staying inside. Ain't nobody keeping her inside talking like that. So
that's not even about that. It's just who wants to like listen to that? Like it's just it's too explicit and too direct. Like yeah, you gotta be more subtle.
Yeah, just a little subtlety. Don't hurt nobody. Your voice is great. Your melodies are great. Like audibly, it sounded awesome, but I couldn't focus on it because you were so fucking vulgar that I couldn't take it serious. I couldn't take it seriously. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It ain't what you're saying, it's how you're saying it. Exactly.
100%. Like I felt, like I needed to call HR after listening to that. So it's all good. It's all good, man. Just keep making music. Just chill. Just chill, man. thumbs down, but chill.
Oh man. 2 thumbs down. I go next. I will be very brief. Because y'all said everything I'm thinking. I was visibly laughing at certain parts, bro. It was just like this shit sounded like a Twitter post, dog. Like the Ratchet Girl Twitter post, which is a damn shame because the song is so mellow, the beat so mellow, the vibe, you feel me? And you just talking about fuck the shit out of me, and you know, and I'm a bust like, oh man. But that's a lazy pen, dog. Like you said, back in the day, they had to be subtle to get that shit on the radio because you had to be on the radio. So they had to make innuendos, man. It took me years to know what fuck As Yet was talking about. You know what I'm saying? I'm listening to this shit as a kid on the radio. You feel me? This shit was just straight up like vulgar, bro. And I cuss like a sailor, but god damn. I blame Chris Brown for this, by the way. You can't listen to Chris Brown. Chris Brown had the most mellow fucking song in the world, and then all of a sudden in the middle of it, he'll be like, suck my dick with ice. You know what I'm saying? In the car, you feel me? So I blame Breezy for all this. But yeah, I'm gonna have to go thumbs down, like I said, just because god damn. You know what I mean? Tone it down a little bit, little mama. Southside. What you got, bro?
That song was fucking trash. Y'all niggas is nice. That shit was fucking trash. Fucking pen was trash. The melodies were all right. The beat was very fucking pedestrian and fucking basic. Realistically, listening to that felt like reading a fucking Twitter post from 2014. When niggas had absolutely no filter whatsoever, and Twitter could not suspend you for the bullshit that you would tweet. That shit is an absolute thumbs down. That is 3 minutes. That's 2 minutes and 52 seconds of my life I will never fucking get back. I do not recommend this shit to anybody. I do not recommend anybody make R&B music like this. This is not R&B music. This is just a bitch who just thought to go through her tweets and sing this shit in lowercase form.
Mean, yo. You mean, bro. You getting all the hate today. But if you did enjoy the song, sorry. Fortunately, that's 4 thumbs down. Natasia, like I said,
it's 5. I'm giving you 2 thumbs down. Fuck out of here with that shit.
But if you enjoy the music, you know, here goes her Instagram up there. Make sure you support if you enjoy it. But unfortunately, you got to get the car crash as well. All right. That's all I got, yo. So let's get to our break here. I'm going to a quick comedy skit real quick. When the lyrics don't match the motherfucking beat. Pull this up real quick. Which I feel like this song kind of reiterated that to me. All right.
That shit did not make my
How about we try another? Let me do it again from the top. How about we try another beat? Like a trap beat, something hard. No. 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 Real gangster. When I run up on you with the strap, give up the purse, the wallet, the shoes, the keys, the watch. If you don't, I'ma have to hit you up with the K, the shotty, the hammer, the Drake, the Glock. We gon' hop up in the whip and we gon' slide up on these rats, these punks, these cats, the foes, the ops. On a run from 5-0, 12, the cops. If I find out you snitching, then you get popped. Riding in the Benz with the strap, 9mm on my lap. Say you gangsta, that's cap. In the strip club throwing stacks, and VIP with the pole. Moving these keys on the road. I be trapping it, clapping it, moving it, making her play with it, cook it up like the way I stir it up in the pot.
I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I was kind of feeling that, bro.
Bro, I love that shit, bro.
Especially in the end. The I was about to,
I was fucking with that, bro.
That shit better than
it reminds me
Papa ever did.
It reminds me of myself, bro, because I be doing this shit sometimes, and it drives my wife crazy, bro. Like we'll be riding in the car, and I'll put like on some classical, right? And there'll be no segue. I'll be listening to like Aesop or something, and I'll segue right into some classical music. And I will act as if I'm still listening to hip hop, and I'll bob my head like, you know what I mean? Like and she hates it, but I think it's hilarious. I've been doing it for 10 years, and I ain't never gonna stop. It cracks me up every single time.
We need more classical shit. Throw some trap shit on classic. Ain't nothing wrong with that. All right, let's get into the subject at hand. First discussion question: can trolling tarnish a legacy? And this comes off this tweet here. Apparently, rapper 50 Cent said he'd reach out to Trump to discourage any possibility of a Diddy pardon. And Cat here said he is truly one of the most dedicated haters ever. It's inspiring, honestly. My question, what this made me think of is, if 50 even known by like anybody under 28 for music at this point? It seems like he's more so for the trolling. You feel me? Like that might end up being his legacy. You feel me? In the club and troll. So and beefing with Ja Rule for 80 years. And he ain't the only one, right? It's quite a few haters, like Screwface John. I think we had Screwface Gene or whatever. Is that what's the fucking name? Where like your hating is more known than your music and shit. Granted, he don't got the legacy of 50 got. But my question to y'all, man, is can you have too much trolling? If you're known for trolling or known for just hating, bro, can that like fuck your legacy up? Feel me? Like in the case of a 50.
I mean, I think it depends on like the magnitude of the trolling, you know, like what type of trolling are you talking about? Like, is it Kanye or?
Yeah, it could be a Ye. You've seen what happened. I don't think Ye's trolling though. I think he's legitimately fucked up mentally. But you could throw him in that batch if you want. I think even Eminem to a certain point was had like 5 years of just trolling before trolling was trolling, right? You know what I'm saying?
Well, I mean, like 50, like 50's master troll, and I don't think anything he's done has really tarnished his legacy. You know?
Can it overshadow the music? You feel me?
I mean, I guess it can.
Because like I said, if we talk to anybody probably under 25, I don't think they know 50 for anything outside of BMG and fucking trolling. You there, Cloud, man?
Yeah, I don't think he cares about. He doesn't care about his music anymore. He doesn't give a shit about any of that. No, he's doing power now. And it's like he doesn't need. He's not focused on like being a face of anything, you know, because he's you know, he's like the hidden hand of power and all that. You know, as far as like, you know, we know he's behind it, and you know, if you look, then. But it's like, you know, casual people are just gonna put that. Like younger people are probably gonna put that on and not really like know who 50 Cent is. If we're talking about like teenagers or like late teens and shit like that.
Yeah, you know, the DDG crowd, right? And I think you may be right. I honestly don't think 50 ever gave a fuck about music. You know, I think
bro. It was all about money.
It was a means to an end type of shit. You know what I'm saying? I think there's a lot of people like that. Cardi B, I think so. Cardi B don't give a fuck about no music, right? It's quite a few people like that. However, 50 do got some classic. He got a fucking classic album, if you ask me. Maybe two.
I think consistent trolling can tarnish the end of your legacy. Like Soulja Boy is Soulja Boy is an elite troll, but we can't deny. Like, I don't think it can tarnish what you've done in the past. I think it just kind of tarnishes who you are now. And because as much as he is corny and lame for all his trolling now, we can't deny he had, you know, the late 2000s on lock. You know what I'm saying? Like his first couple projects, I know from experience, I used to go skating, you know, every Saturday, Sunday night.
Roll bounce faces.
You go to the little teen club, bro, they running Soulja Boy fucking album front to back. Like, so he was everywhere. So I don't think it's tarnishing what he did back in the day, but I do think it's tarnishing what he's doing now. Cause like he even trolling with his own music. You know what I'm saying? Like when he did the verses with Bow Wow and he did Rick and Morty like 8 times, like you trolling us at this point, bro. Like that's not that shit lame and not cool. But I think that's where it kind of fluctuates.
Yeah, I think of Logic too. I think Logic, it's like that's one example. I think is like,
I don't think Logic be trolling. I think that's just who he is as a person. And I genuinely believe that he believes who he thinks he is. Like, I don't think he's trolling. I think it's just him being mixed is uncomfortable for us. And that's weird to say, but like when you see him say nigga, it don't feel natural. It don't sound like a racist saying it, but it also don't sound like someone who black is saying it. Like it feels weird because it's like, how are you with us? Like, what makes you part of the black culture? And I think that the only way that he really trolls us is really kind of like him constantly reminding us, like, hey guys, I'm mixed. Hey guys, I'm mixed in every fucking album. Like, nigga, we get it.
I personally want to see some ancestry DNA results. But anyway, that's my own person.
That nigga name is Sir Robert Bryson Hall III.
He like Mike Platinum Perry, bro. He got 3% African.
Trust me. Look, I know how we are, but Cam, let me tell you this right now. Us as black people, we give you some fucking names. There's one thing black people know for, it is giving you a name. And Sir Robert Bryson Hall III, that is a fucking name. That is a black name if I've ever fucking heard one. I will tell you that much for sure.
I get uncomfortable.
Like just hearing fucking Brisandre or something. Like that's black as hell.
I get uncomfortable when Logic uses the N-word.
Yeah, man.
We all do.
Yeah, he don't say it like he needs to practice like Drake did. Drake was awkward at first, but then he kind of worked on it. But
Logic cusses like he discovered a curse word for the first time, and he like no, like you know what?
Catholic school and
he cusses like how SpongeBob and Patrick discovered curse words on the back of the dumpster on the episode of SpongeBob, and then nigga Patrick's like, "Oh, you said number 11."
You need to get Drake doing saying it with the hard R as a drop.
That would be insane.
You trying to get us banned and shit.
I feel like you know what's funny? I feel like Drake does say the N-word with the hard R. I feel like he does.
Dave Blunts does, man. Dave Blunts be that R be you can hit somebody upside the head with
Dave
that motherfucker.
Blunts is a Krispy Kreme donut away from killing himself.
Yeah. I just think his tongue's getting stuck in his throat.
I don't think he's saying the N-word on purpose. I think it's just natural dialect from being fat.
You know, people get like when people get to a certain level of fat, you don't even got to see them to know that they're fat. Their bees will start stringing together. And
the funny part you mentioned Dave Blunts about this question, because we can move on after this. It's funny you mentioned Dave Blunts because I'm noticing this thing where a lot of rappers are meme rappers, so all their music is consistently trolling, like him, JP, countless other these TikTok artists and shit like that. Like these niggas won't even have it's not gonna tarnish their legacy. They're gonna have a legacy consistently built off of trolling.
That's a shitty ass legacy, bro.
And no, I agree, but I mean, who said legacies were always gonna be good things?
You the king of the fucking jesters, bro. You know what I mean? King jester of the court, goddamn. All right, let's moving on to shout out to Conductor Williams. He did an interview recently, said it was the most difficult decision I've ever made. Brother here spoke to Conductor Williams about the hardest decision of his life, walking away from a 20-year railway career to make beats full time. This is a story of a elite rooted in faith, family, and sound. Like that's crazy though that he worked on the fucking railroad industry in his name. That's good marketing, bro. That is fucking dope. But yeah, so my question beyond that tweet we got here, being that in this interview and whatever, can one be serious about a music career without making the ultimate sacrifice? Can you still work your 9 to 5 and expect to be successful in the music business? Eat off your music is what I'm getting at, right? What do y'all think, man?
There's a long game involved with that. I mean, shit. It's like a scenario that I ran into. You know, it's why my consistency with dropping music just isn't consistent. It's because I'm a realist at the end of the day too. You know, like if I don't have the time to put the effort that I know I'm capable of putting into something, I'm not gonna half-ass it. That's just the way it is. And at the end of the day, like, I gotta pay bills. I got a lot of responsibilities. I do a lot of extracurricular shit that takes precedent over my selfish endeavors. Not for the fact that I'm not passionate about it, just because there's other people that rely on me to get what they need. And I think it might be different for men and women, you know, because I have to put like I said, I got to put my selfish endeavors second to anybody else that relies on me for anything whatsoever. So it's a
pushback on that. Is it a selfish endeavor? Is it a selfish endeavor if you expect to ultimately be successful? Right.
That's not what I mean by selfish. What I mean by like, in order to be selfless, you got to be selfish. I'm talking from the perspective of it taking up a lot of my time.
Okay.
I'm not saying selfish like me. I'm saying like you can't spread yourself too thin and then expect to be able to put out the same product that you would if you had the time to allocate towards that. You know, not selfish in the sense that like I'm doing this for me only. Of course, the end goal should always be to like bring you and your family up through your artistry, but at the same time, like, it's a crazy balancing and act. And if you are working a 9 to 5 or a 5 to 5 like I do, and you got all these other fucking side projects going on, like, you don't have the opportunity to miss 5 minutes of your protocol. Like, you got to be so incredibly disciplined from, you know, like, you got to legit have a routine and like hit that mark every single day consistently for like years and years and years over time to even have a chance at that. There's going to be like one hit wonders and people that get on super quick, but those people aren't going to have the same longevity. So I'm not going to say it's impossible. And I still am pursuing it as slowly as I can, you know? But I think when you get into people who are like actually really who really care about it and care about the craft and care about not putting out something that's going to make them look like they don't care about it, it's going to be a longer journey, and you're going to have to kind of compartmentalize it a little bit.
Yeah, I agree, bro. Real men run on fumes.
Yeah, I can agree as far as like it's I mean, he has a whole family. I don't know how long he's had a family. I don't know how long he's had kids, but he has a whole family. So it's like I don't know if me personally, I don't know if I could like juggle that. And like I don't really have me personally, I don't have anything holding me back. I don't have anybody to like that's like relying on me or anything like that. So I'm kind of like a free spirit in that sense. I can just like go. So that's why things kind of like go at whatever pace I decide. And but yeah, not everybody has that luxury. And then it does require like you have to be very like meticulous with like how you maintain your time, with how you you know, how you compartmentalize. And it just, some people get caught up like with being comfortable. Like if you're working a good job and you're making a good amount of money, as far as not just like paying your rent and all that, but just like enough that you can live comfortable. then you're not really like concerned with your music. Your music kind of falls to the wayside.
It's a hobby at that point. You feel me?
Yeah, you don't really have anything to like strive for. Like that passion that you had at like 20, that can kind of fade away by 35. You know, if you even stay with it that long, because most don't. Me, I'm playing the long game, so it's kind of like I'm good with that. But yeah, you gotta play the long game if you're trying to balance both. And that's why a lot of people will just like quit a lot of people romanticize this idea of quitting their job. Like, oh, I'm going all in on music. That's a huge gamble. Sometimes it pays off, but more often than not, it doesn't. So it's like, I would, me personally, if you're younger, I would find like some sort of mentorship and somebody who like has experience in juggling both. They can probably like help you through that. But it's possible. It's just it's far from easy.
Yeah, not a lot of time.
He brought up a good point too, as far as like being meticulous with your time, because it's not like you can force creativity. So like just having the windows of time to work on stuff doesn't mean that it's actually going to yield anything worth anything. So I think it's important, even if you are creative, you might not have time to record, you might not have time to mix, you might not have time to make songs, but that doesn't mean you let it go completely. You know, I'm still, if I got a window to write, I'm gonna write. Just because I never did it for the outcome. I just do it because it does something for my heart. And if you let that, if you let you not being able to like do it the way that you dreamed of doing it stop you completely, that's a dangerous game to play. You should still, if you're creative, always pursue being creative, even if you only got a few minutes a day. Like, you got to write, you got to keep the flame, you got to kindle the flame, you know.
Yeah, carry a fucking pad with you. Carry your phone. You never know when bouts of creativity gonna hit you. Southside, what you think, man? Could you juggle
it's
a 9
definitely
to 5?
going to be difficult to have a music career, do anything creative, regardless of what you do, with a regular 9 to 5. Especially when you consider, it's not just work that is going to take up your time. You may have family. People may be sick. You may have kids. You may have other commitments that you're making, and it may take away from the time that you need to put in to be creative in that space. So one can be serious about a music career without making a sacrifice, but that's only if they have the means to, not have to worry about things outside of, like they don't have to work, or they don't have to be responsible as the average everyday person has to. But if you are responsible for more than just yourself, then yeah, it's going to be difficult as fuck to really take time out to, invest into your music career, because it takes money to do that. It takes time to do that. It's not just it takes physical, mental exhaustion. Like, it takes a lot to invest in your dreams, but it's really all about, how passionate are you? Because if you're passionate enough, you'll make time for it. You just, regardless of how long it takes, you know that at some point you'll get there. And so I think that's really the biggest thing. So yeah, unless you got responsibilities, you're going to be making some sacrifices for sure.
You already know we got people on this podcast right now. I got on daddy duty, you feel? Kids in the background. So any creative process you do, man, you got to be willing to make that sacrifice. It's gonna be late nights or whatever. I think the biggest thing too is you're gonna have to maybe like, sacrifice a little bit on the sleep and shit like that. Like, if you're gonna work the 9 to 5 and try to do your music or whatever creative endeavor you want, you're gonna be tired in the month. Get you some Red Bulls, bro. But you got to find that time in there if you're really dedicated to do what the fuck you're trying to do. So It's definitely possible. I actually think the people who hit it quick, like get a fucking one, like get a viral moment with it, that's like the outlier to me. You know what I'm saying? Most people who make it, they really been grinding on the grind for like 20 years and shit like that. So that's just the way I look at it, man. So it's possible, but yeah, it's gonna be difficult than a motherfucker. All right, last topic we got real quick, man. Rappers who consistently drop struggle bars. On the flip side of that, some good rappers who've dropped some terrible verses, right? That comes off this tweet I seen here, and this dude, he went viral off this. 109 million views, bro. Get you an Elon check, homeboy. I think there was some pretty funny ones in here. Without
it's playing. There's like a dozen Cassidy quotes.
Oh, Cassie's terrible. So we got this British one.
Like a trash bag, I'll be glad to.
All right, like a trash bag. Lil Wayne, I'm in the ocean getting shot pussy. All right. That's not even this is.
Hold up. Ain't you Nathaniel B?
What is it? Get the fuck out of the pool! I ain't hear what he said on that, bro. I know I seen some pretty good ones in here.
Oh, now I shit on niggas. They got diarrhea flow. Now I shit on niggas. Even when I'm constipated, I still shit on niggas.
Told you, Jeezy trash. It's fuck. Told you. Nah, the worst one is fucking gooda, bro.
Oh, this one.
And I got a grocery bag, bruh.
I ain't gonna play that.
Swear to God, that is the worst fucking one, bro.
Oh, this was funny to me.
In life, we gotta face our poison in order to poise on. Because you was born from your mother and you a poised son. You understand? That was hard. Like,
bro, Nori ain't got no
lying. Just
that's hard.
Lying to his ass.
Nori like the worst interviewer ever to have such a big platform.
Yeah, Nori's a horrible interviewer.
That Cavassier, that Cavassier got him. That was retarded. That was insane.
Boys, and that wasn't even the bar, but that was just the worst. So going back to the original topic, y'all can name any rappers that consistently drop struggle bars. We said Cassidy got about 10 in this thread, bro. Birdman comes to mind. Like, Birdman has fucked so many good songs up in my lifetime, dog, that I can't even name. Is there any rappers y'all think consistently drop struggle bars, or maybe a good rapper who dropped some terrible verses? Do y'all think Gutta Gutta is actually a good fucking rapper?
French Montana.
French Montana is one. Somebody else, I would say, who drops completely terrible fucking bars all the fucking time, and no one call them shits out, is fucking Lil Baby.
Yeah,
that motherfucker don't be rapping about nothing. And I think because he think that, I don't think he's very self-aware. So like he don't write nothing anymore. Or so he says. He says he don't write his own shit. So he just be freestyling. Bro, sometimes them freestyles don't be hitting for shit.
I hope he's freestyling.
But that's what I'm saying. Like if he writing that shit, that's terrible. But
there you go, agree. Little baby mumbling, I can't stand nothing.
That's what I'm saying, man. Sometimes them lyrics don't be hitting, bro. Meek Mill, he got some shitty bars out there.
He just yell, man.
Lil Uzi, he got some shitty bars out there, bro. He got some
Future got some fucking terrible.
Future got some stinkers. Drake got some stinkers. Wayne, Weezy F Baby, and the F is for phenomenal. No, we're not doing that. Absolutely not. Come on now.
Real G's moving silence like lasagna, baby.
I'm not the only one that remembers that.
That's such a terrible.
F is for phenomenal.
The lasagna bar, I don't know why it got so much. Like, it's such a terrible bar. I don't understand why it You know how many words got a silent G in them? Like if that's the metric, you know, you can make a
that's
whole
what I'm saying.
song.
Like, it's terrible.
Yeah, I think so, but I think it's some all stars in there though that consistently just what the fuck is you saying? You feel me? So I think everybody has a bad day at the office, right? A lot of people have a bad day at the office, but as some people, you be like, God damn, bro, what the fuck is you on?
Yeah, it's a lot of artists that, you know, every once in a while, some, you know, artists will, you know, have a shit verse or something like that. But we think about artists who consistently drop terrible music, and I think the problem is it's not. I don't think it's the rappers. I'm gonna stop blaming the rappers for a change. It's the fans. It's the people who actually sit back and listen and stream the shit multiple fucking times, hundreds of times, and they rap along with that shit, thinking that shit heat, and it's not, and they make it worse. The same motherfuckers who be like, "Oh, so and so got a good project, or so and so got a good verse coming out," and then somebody with some fucking sense actually gonna listen to it, and they look at the lyrics and they're like, "This was hot in the streets."
You just named like Boss Man D-Lo whole career and shit.
I mean, Boston Richie, Roddy Rich,
hey, but
Block Boy JB.
We've talked about this before, as far as like people, society in a whole, like they don't like feeling stupid when they listen to certain music. So like if a lot of people that are just, I don't like using the term NPC, but you guys know what I mean. Like they get intimidated by listening to stuff they might not be able to understand. So if they feel like they could have thought of it themselves, a lot of people who have that inferiority complex will gravitate towards it because they feel like they could have thought of it themselves. And just having that familiarity with it will you know.
Niggas call real rappers like A$AP Rock trash because they don't understand what the fuck he's saying. And that's real. Like, you got real rappers like A$AP Rock and Mavi, Maxo, Earl, and motherfuckers call these niggas trash. I will put on a Navy Blue album for motherfuckers, and they would be like, "This shit is boring, bro. I don't get it, bro. This shit not hitting." And then immediately them niggas will go and turn around and go play goddamn Lil Durk. You'd be like, "Nah, bro, this shit right here, Lil Durk, bro, he the voice of the streets." What? No. Why? What? How are we here?
Lil Durk catching strays. Yeah, I agree wholeheartedly though, man. Which is interesting because if you watch, like, let's say sports, right? If you're a big sports fan, you know for a fact you can't do half the shit them people fucking do, right? That's why you watch it, right? But the opposite is what music is like. If you see a rapper that you like, I can fucking rap like that, bro. I could probably do a Gucci Man verse, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's, that disconnect is kind of interesting.
And in fact, I'll take your sports metaphor and I'll give you this. I'll raise you this. Motherfuckers is mad as fuck the New York Knicks are not in the NBA Finals because it's something well known. It's something that everybody is aware of and can relate to. Whereas the Indiana Pacers and the OKC Thunder, if you know ball, you know basketball, you know real hoops, that's the best NBA Finals matchup you could possibly get. But because casuals and the average everyday person don't care about real basketball, they just care about what they can relate to or what they already know and what's familiar to them. That's what they care about. So it's the same process when it comes to music. Anything that they can relate to, anything that makes sense to them, that, like you said, Cam, anything that, you know, doesn't strike their inferiority complex, it's like, oh, this is the greatest thing since sliced bread. Because again, I can challenge motherfuckers, hey, y'all like Roddy Rich. Name a song outside of the box that actually makes sense to you. Oh, don't worry, I'll wait, because it's never coming. But God forbid I tell the motherfucker that, hey, did you hear that new Maxo? Did you hear that new Mavi? No, nothing. Who the fuck is El Cousteau? Who the fuck is Seafood Sam? Who the fuck is Akeem Ali? Like, you drop all these names of these niggas who actually put in work, and the average person don't understand it because they surface level niggas. That's the issue. So
it's not just that. They'll gas up bars that don't make any sense at all, too. You guys watch that YouTube channel, the white Jamaican dude, Side Quest? He's got a bit. Yeah, you don't know Side Quest on YouTube?
No, I know M. Datar.
Nah, this cat's hilarious, but he's got this bit he does, and he goes up to people and he tells them a joke that makes absolutely no sense at all. And more often than not, the person that hears the joke will start laughing because it's like, I'm supposed to be laughing at this. This is a joke. And then he'll wait for the laughter to die down, and then he'll be like, explain it. And they can't, because it doesn't, like, it's just like a reflection of like people's need to be like included in shit. You know what I mean? The joke makes absolutely no sense at all, and he knows that. But the person laughs anyway. And then when they stop laughing, he's like, oh, explain it then. And they can't. And it's just a great example of how people just have to be included or be familiar with something.
Yeah. Yep. Social media brain, bro. You have to talk about shit that you are not schooled at all because you need to feel like you're in part of the conversation.
But also, it's also in the reverse sense too, because in social media sense, if you are knowledgeable about music, for example, if you're knowledgeable about music or any subject, people feel as though you shouldn't be overly knowledgeable on Twitter, because then you come off as some pompous know-it-all asshole who's like, oh, well, you spend all day talking about this, and this. Bro, it's not my fault that I study every fucking combo on goddamn Tekken and that I can spend 3 hours talking about why the fuck I like goddamn Paul over fucking Brian. It's not my fault. I'm sorry. Like, I'm passionate about this shit. Hey, if anybody want to work on Tekken, now you let me know. But motherfuckers get on Twitter and explain the shit just like you try to explain music, you try to explain albums, and I deal with this all the time with explaining music reviews because I go in depth. I don't just give niggas no surface level shit. I'm not gonna say, oh, the beats were good, oh, the verses were good, 5 out of 10. That don't mean shit. You gotta explain why it's good. So when rappers drop these bullshit bars or these bullshit albums, these bullshit features, people just accept that shit. And it's like, no, are you aware of what you're listening to? Does this have context within the song? How does this relate to the song title? Does it relate to the last 3 tracks that you just heard or the next 3 that are coming after it? What is the concept? Like, motherfuckers don't think. We got to get back to that. Niggas need to get back to using their fucking prefrontal cortex. Like, god damn, niggas got to use their brains.
Colonic music, dog. People just throw shit in the bag.
Hey, at this point, bro, look, man, they gave that shit to you for free. They put classical, like, this is not YouTube. They put classical music as an app for Apple on that bitch for free. Use the motherfucker. If you don't have to pay it. Whatever streaming service you use, go listen to some classical music. Go listen to something you've never heard of. Throw on fucking Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3 and listen to the fucking soundtracks.
Bro, the soundtracks on Tony Hawk Pro Skater, dude.
I don't think people understand. WWE, SmackDown versus Raw, goddamn every fucking racing video game known to fucking man, Tony Hawk, all them shits had some of the most elite fucking tracks from rock and alternative and all that shit. It opens up your ears to not to know what is good and what isn't.
Yeah.
Cause if your baseline is just Weezy F Baby and F is for phenomenal, you're gonna struggle understanding hip hop. Sorry. It is what it is, man.
MLB The Show has an underrated soundtrack.
MLB The Show probably has, especially this one, 25 might have the best soundtrack that I've heard.
Underrated
from a baseball perspective, because every once in a while they'll throw a rap track on there every once in a while, but This go around, no, they went all the fuck. I saw Black Sam on there. I said, now what niggas has been working up there?
Who's curating that shit?
Who out there? That's what I was like. Who the fuck out there listening to Black Sam? When I heard, I was like, because that's the first thing I do on movie shows. I go and check the list. I go and see what artist is curated, because I saw Reincarnated from Kendrick Lamar, and I was like, okay, it's got to be on there. It's got to be something culturally relevant. But they always throw that one hip hop track that you don't expect. When I saw Black Sam, I said, okay, who up there is one of us that know real music?
Shout out to the culture, bro.
That's a good
Shout out to
point.
whoever curates that shit over there.
I returned UFC 4 because they put Dax on the soundtrack.
Hey, no, that's real. I would have turned that shit too. That's crazy.
I couldn't do it.
And it's crazy too, because
you can mute it, dog.
And the fucked up part is UFC don't even give you the option to turn the shit off.
I know. That's why.
Yeah,
you can't mute it though. I'm trying to like, I gotta hear you know what I mean? Like, I gotta hear that shit.
I'm trying to do the fucking if I'm trying to do the Kumite and I hear Dax, I'm a self-delete. That shit crazy.
Yeah, Dax is fucking terrible. I do like one song he got though, the alcohol song, the Dear Alcohol. So let's get ready to get up out of here, bro. What are you listening to? So pull out your phones, your playlists, whatever you got going on. Let's get the people some new music they can listen to, or they can criticize and say what kind of bullshit you be listening to throughout the week. Whoever wants to chime in first. Cloud, you still there, man? I ain't heard your ass in about 2 hours, bro. You still in this motherfucker?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, you over there quiet, bro. What you doing over there, man? You playing MLB The Show, motherfucker?
Nah, absolutely not. Yeah, man. I've been bumping a lot of Fetty Wap and Remy Boys.
Oh yeah.
Listen, man. Monty's not whack. He's just misunderstood.
1738.
Yeah,
that's my shit, man.
Must be off the ganja or some shit. Fetty Wap getting fucking shouted out. Is he out? Is he free?
I don't know, but if he's not, he needs to be. But listen, man, that I've been bumping the Champ Is Here mixtapes, Jadakiss.
Oh, them dope, underrated.
Yeah, man. Some Styles P, Ghost in the Machine, Ghost in the Shell, classic D Block shit. And Subluna City. That's I don't know if any of y'all remember King Cruel. You remember King Cruel? He was like the ginger dude. He's like the singer. But he has like a hip hop side group. But
it's like KRUL.
Yes,
right?
Yes.
Yeah. I got you.
Yeah, he got like a hip hop side project, which is pretty dope. But yeah, that's pretty much it.
All right. Who else? Who next?
Man, I'm still listening to Step Brothers every day.
Shout out to Step Brother.
The Rayvon project is still getting some spins. Aesop, the new Aesop drop. It with Sandman and Lupe is pretty wild. Some Eric the Architect. That Orange Tape album by that dude Rosama, I did the review, and when I posted the review, I started listening to it. And then the Hakeem Ali, I've been spinning that too. Something real, I don't know, there's something really relaxing about that dude's music. I mean, I know Southside will probably understand what I mean, but like, there's something really, like almost therapeutic in a sense, like the way that he raps.
Yeah, he a hustler too, man. He done made like 3 videos for that one song he got, that one R&B type song he got. going in or something like that. So he just doesn't. He's one of those creatives that can actually like continually push a product. You know, that's hard for most creative people to do. You feel me? To revisit something 4 or 5 times if you know you got a hit on your hands and shit like that. So shout out to Akeem, bro.
And then other than that, just the God Fahim and Nicholas Craven. Still a lot of OT the Real, some AZ, a little bit of Marlon Craft. And that's just about it.
Okay. It's not a bad list, bro. Southside, what you listen to, brother? You're muted or something.
My bad. I listened to the new Primo Rice. I just haven't gotten to a chance to review it yet, but I finished it. I did a review for Lil Tyler. So that was all right. I listened to the new Miley Cyrus project. That was pretty interesting for sure.
Miley.
Yeah, Wrong Street.
Marlboro Reds.
Wrong Streets and Conductor has one. Train Spot and ASAP Rock. Let me see, who else was I listening to? I had the unfortunate pleasure to listen to Gold Link. I never want to hear another Gold Link song ever again in my fucking life. He's fucking terrible.
You be hate listening to shit, bro. You a hate listener, bro. You know you don't like these fucking people.
I don't like anybody. So I don't know why that is a shock. I hate everybody and everything. So Overcast, While the Iron is Hot, that's probably that's one that's pinned to my profile. I really enjoyed that. I think that's probably, up there for probably one of the albums of the year, for sure. And then outside of that, I got plans to listen to unfortunately I have plans to listen to Black Boy Max. His last project was fucking terrible, but
he raps.
Unfortunately.
That's just a streamer.
No, he raps. So I'm gonna listen to that. Yeah, Ali got a new EP. I'm gonna check that out. Obong Jar, JR, I'm gonna listen to him. And then I need to finally fucking review T Grizzly album. I have that one, and I think it's like Eddie Valerio or whatever the nigga name is. I listen to him too. I can review that shit. I've been so goddamn busy. I've been behind, but yeah, I'm gonna check those out. So
yeah. So you dropped some recently. Make sure you shoot that shit to me, bro, so I can post it.
I will.
All right, and what I've been listening to, I'm with a lot of old school shit. Juvenile, Juvie the Great, Trick Daddy joints. I've been going to Trick Daddy discography for some reason. I don't know why. Some Chris Brown shit. I've been checking out that Rosama. I mean, the shit's short as fuck, but that boy be spitting. He might be next up, bro.
Hey, Texas is on fire right now.
He might be next up.
Texas is on fire right now.
Maxo Cream, fucking Big X, like that whole Texas scene, bro, is fucking killing it. You know what I mean? Mexican OT and shit. So Crit, Tim's, Nipsey, that's about it, bro. That's all I've been doing. A lot of workout music and shit too. I just throw in the fucking mix and let it ride. But that's all I got, man. So last minute, give it to y'all, bro. If y'all been working on any projects, y'all want to let the people know. Go ahead, shout it out, man. Start with you, Cam. You been working on anything, brother? Try dropping your camera.
Working on fixing my camera. I know. I'm too far away from my shit. My cord's all like stressed out. menoforder.com/CassisCam. Stay tuned. Got a bunch of content dropping. So
make sure you check that out, bro.
Oh, there it goes.
Southside, what you been working on, brother?
Fucking sleep. Tired. All the fucking time. But I'm just working on reviews, man. I'm just trying to catch up. I haven't been able to do anything with the Weekly Jams playlist. And yes, I've been so goddamn busy. So I'm trying to catch up on some shit. Once I get caught up, we'll get back in the swing of things. So just stay tuned. But yeah, I got some music I'm going to check out tonight, and I'll probably drop a review. I'll probably drop a review before I go to sleep tonight, and then I'll just have some more come out throughout the week, the rest of the week and the weekend.
Big facts. Work don't stop, homeboy. Cloud, what you been working on, man?
Just getting this music ready and that type of shit. I just put out one of the joints today for Fear featuring Jadakiss. So that's on SoundCloud. Yeah, that's on SoundCloud. It's on Bandcamp and all that shit. It's coming to streaming. Should be on streaming like by tomorrow. But yeah, and full project should be up by Friday. So yeah, it was supposed to be out last weekend, but there's legal issues. So, but yeah, that's it.
Hey man, shout out, bro. Yeah, ho! Big shit, brother. I've been just working on this motherfucking platform, raising chilling, bro. That's all I fucking got. All I got in this life. So let's get ready to get up out here, man. Appreciate y'all coming through, man. My panelists, my brothers, come through, lacing y'all with some knowledge about music, man. Salute to everybody who hopped in the chat, left a comment. Make sure all 92 of y'all watching right now. Head over to YouTube, head over to motherfucking TikTok, and motherfucking follow, subscribe, all that good shit. So that's all I got, man. Half everybody here I got say peace. Let's get up out of here.